Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Need a little powder? I do. I've been recording TikToks. I've been recording my podcast. I've been a little busy bee. If you're wondering what I'm using, this is the Palladio powder in Laurel Nude. And I swear I was born shiny, but that's okay. Did I cut my hair? No. She's still long. She's still strong. She's still big. The bigger the hair, the closer to God, the closer to heaven. Holy guacamole, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dish with Candice Cooper. We're here to talk about pop culture, astrology, beauty, conspiracy theories, everything under the sun. We lost Shannon Doherty this weekend, Richard Simmons, President Trump got shot in the ear. It's endless. It is absolutely endless. Shelley Duvall died last week. I just feel like a lot of souls are leaving the earth. I mean, good for you. Shout out. This place is so ghetto. And it's just getting even more ghetto. I know that all of our souls reincarnated at this time for a reason, but what the you know the girl on TikTok who's like, that's how I feel. That is how I feel. Also, my astrology is out of control. I don't know if we have any other Pluto and Scorpio kids. So 1984 all the way to 1991. I'm sure there's a few retrogrades in there. But Pluto and Scorpio, the generation 1984 to 1991, we are going through a Pluto square Pluto. And I need to know how it is manifesting for all of you. I think that I'm in the muck and the mire of it, so I don't really know how it's affecting me yet. It's probably going to take me until the end of the transit to really understand the implications of it. Oh my goodness, 84. Okay, so you're also born in 84. What is going on in your life? Are you moving your home? Are you breaking up with people? Are you having a falling out with your family? Are you starting a business, ending a business? What? I'm so curious. I'm just in it, so I can't really see the forest for the trees right now. Terrified. Hey, Vanessa. It's just crazy. I feel like as a Capricorn, all is great. I love that. So nothing is changing in your life. I mean, it could be great changes, but nothing is changing. Business owner, awesome home life. Nick, you're part of the Pluto and Libra generation. This is the very beginning of the video. We're talking about everything that happened this weekend, everyone who passed away, the crazy shot heard around the world at this point. It's been a lot to take in. Okay, so Christianity recap. Business owner, awesome home life. Nothing is going on. As for me, like I said, I'm in the forest right now, so I don't really know how it's going to work out. But I have Pluto, square Pluto. I have so many squares in my chart. And obviously, if your name is Christianity Recap, you're not really going to know what I'm talking about in terms of astrology, because to you, it's like devil worshiping. But to all of my friends who are into astrology, what is going on? Have you lived through the Pluto square Pluto trend? Have you lived through a lot of squares in your chart? I have about 8 squares in my chart right now, and I'm really just figuring it out. We're talking about astrology. And how it's affecting everyone. Oh, that's cool, the Space Center. Oh, I feel like if you're not into that, then you're probably on the wrong on the wrong YouTube channel, because I definitely love to talk astrology. Honestly, I feel like astrology saved my life in 2020, and it gave me, we all know David Palmer, the Leo King. That poor guy was having like a mental breakdown. Thank God he found a wife and had a baby, because I really feel like he was, you know, missing that part of his life. But he helped a lot of us digest what was going on in 2020 and the conjunctions and all of that stuff. My life changed absolutely forever. And there was just no going back, whether it was to jobs or to family or to relationships or anything like that. It was like a very definitive, hard line drawn in the sand. I'm moving, I'm starting a new life. That life didn't resonate with me. And there was some sort of transit that was 35 years. And I was at the time 36 years old. And a lot of the astrologers were saying, this is a transit that if you haven't been doing what you were, or if you were living a life that wasn't resonating with you for the last 35 years, you're going to make a big, big change. Or if you're off, or if you're accepting crumbs when you should be given the whole bakery, you are not going to be in those relationships anymore. You're not going to be talking to those people anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. I ended up leaving my job. My 3-year anniversary at my old salon was March 17th. And we closed the salon March 17th for 2 weeks. That turned into 3 months. And it felt very apropos. It felt very like a bookend to it. And I closed that chapter in my life, got rid of my apartment, packed my animals in the car, drove all the way across the country without knowing a single person. Now, would I say to pack up your whole car, drive across the country where you don't know a single person during a global pandemic? I don't know if I would recommend that per se, because I just felt this burning need to restructure my life. And New Jersey just doesn't resonate with me. Like the hiking aspect resonates with me. The great food does, like the cute houses. But there's a feeling, a vibe in the air in New Jersey. You know, it's everywhere. Everywhere. LA has a vibe. You know, every state has a vibe. And I think some of us are born in the areas that are just good for us and work with us and are easy for us to live in and manage. And then there are some souls who, you know, have to live far, far away from where they were born because it really just doesn't resonate with them. Unfortunately for me, my hometown just doesn't resonate with me. It's very cute. It's close to Manhattan. It's close to the ocean. It's close to the mountains. You know, I feel very lucky to have grown up in the area that I grew up in. Unfortunately for me, my soul was like, hey, we're going to need a little bit more of an evolutionary process. So we're going to push you out of the nest and you're going to have to go explore life. So that was my experience with 2020. I felt like I really, the 35 years of my life up until that point, I was not around the people that I needed to be around. I thought I was on my path, but I really wasn't on my path. And, you know, here's the thing. I'm still twisting and turning and figuring it out and meeting people and exploring. And, you know, I just don't know. As a Capricorn, we haven't been able to put roots down in a really long time. And I am so looking forward to putting roots down, but I'm still kind of reading the room of the universe and where it wants me to be. Okay, we have some comments here. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. Well, there you go. Christianity recap. It's all good then. Oh, I don't even look 36 right now. Thank you. Honestly, I think that, you know, we all have the ability to age okay-ish. I swear by collagen. Get yourself some collagen. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have a question. Shoot, what's the question? All right, so let's talk a little bit about Shannon Doherty as we let the questions roll in. I feel like this is such a great example of grief really infesting the body. She was beautiful. She was talented. She was smart. She was all of these things that society hates for a woman to be. Society really likes, and I've noticed that, you know, Jenny Garth and Tori Spelling and everybody likes them or lets them do whatever they want, but it's the brunettes, it's the Katie Maloney's, it's the Shannon Doherty's, it's the me. You know, there's just something, even Katie Maloney saying that certain men don't want her around their girlfriends because she'll make them realize, the girlfriends, that they deserve so much more and they're not being treated the way that they should be treated. Like, that is exactly why a lot of men don't want me around their girlfriends, because truly, like, I feel like a lot of women settle, and I get it. It's so much easier to live your life with a man, with a partner, if they're the right partner, of course. But society digests you so much easier if you have a boyfriend or a husband. It is way more difficult to be and exist in this world as a woman who's single, who doesn't have children. You know, it really, you know, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. All right, is the universe eternal, meaning it's always existed without a creator, or where did it come from? I'm a hairstylist. Where did it come from? Where did the universe come from? Well, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of organized religion. I'm a big fan of Jesus and God. And you might hate that. You might not even like that, you know, but do I feel like God created the earth? I do personally, just because, like, when I look at the complexity of every single species, whether it be plant or, you know, animal, every single species, even just like the human body, how it works, it's so magical. It really is. It really is. You love that. I love it too. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, we're here for a reason, and I feel like God is always watching, even when I am like kind of like having a PMS moment. He's like, Candice, and I'm like, I know, I'm trying to make up our bed. But it's crazy. So poor Shannon Doherty, she died, she had breast cancer, she had stage 4 breast cancer. The lungs, the breasts, they control grief, like COPD, breast cancer, lung cancer, all of that stuff. And it really just breaks my heart that she never felt loved, she never felt accepted, but she was like a really good person. Whereas maybe like other cast members of hers were shallow and not really that great of a person, but they got like all the attention and all the love, and she still had to be like a graceful loser. And we're seeing it now even with Katie and Ariana. And Katie is such a cool, loyal person that she's like, you know, cheer for your friends. And it's so true. As an actor, I learned how to lose gracefully because I was in a very competitive industry. Everyone was always winning. I always felt like I was losing. And then time clicked and I started to win. You know, so we all get our 15 minutes. We all have great things that are going on for us. We don't have to compare. It truly, truly, truly is. Comparison truly is the thief of joy. It really is. And when are we going to learn that we're all on our own individual path? And if, you know, we got to really be working on our skills and our God-given talents. I truly believe that God has given us all a talent. And as long as we're working towards that. Now, I have all of these squares in my chart going on right now. And I'm like, I know that there's going to be pressure. I know that there's going to be change and challenge. And I just have to constantly remind myself that this too shall pass. Now, I do want to touch a little bit on the Aubrey Wyatt case. She was the 13-year-old who took her own life after those 4 hideous creatures tortured her to the point of suicide. Let me say, if you are somebody, and I have reiterated this 10,000 times on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere I could share this message. If you are being tortured, you have no friends, you maybe even have like a challenging home life or family life, or your family is against you, the harder people on this earth come for you, the more you know you have a purpose on earth. The way they came for Jesus. Okay, I went to Catholic school, so when I found out that Judas turned Jesus in to Pontius Pilate and they crucified him and he fucking kissed Jesus at the dinner. He sat at his dinner table and he fucking broke bread with him and still betrayed him. Okay, so we have to be very aware that there will be people in our lives that want to get close to us just to find out information to make our lives more difficult. So if you are somebody who is going through being bullied, just know, just fucking know, you are the one who needs to be here. The devil wouldn't come for you if you were not here to offer something special to the earth, okay? There is a light that never goes out. It's you. You cannot go out. You have to keep going, and you have to put it into perspective that these kids that are bullying kids in school, that is the devil working through them. That is evil working through them. And I don't fucking care what anybody says. The greatest thing the devil ever did was convince people he didn't exist. I see good and I see evil all day long. All day long. Trust your intuition. Do not try to people please. Do not try to fit in with these groups. Do not go to their parties. Do not drink drinks that they hand you. Do not go on vacations with them. How many stories have we seen in the last few years of girls going on vacation with a group of her friends and then the group of friends killing this girl? People bullying girls in school, the girls taking their lives. You girls are the ones we need. And the girls who are bullying you and gang stalking you, they are the devil's minions. They truly are. And they could grow up and they could say they're sorry, but in the core of their soul, when they had the chance to do good, they did evil. That is how you know. Okay. All right, you guys. We're not going to make this too long. That is the main crux of me jumping on here today. If you want to get the Daily Dish every morning, go to Spotify, go to Apple Music. You can find the Daily Dish. I think it's the Daily Dish /1. If you're like typing it in. But every morning I'm dropping a podcast. It is ad-free. Ad-free. So you could just hit play, walk away, laugh with me, yell at me, do whatever the fuck you want. But we're talking conspiracy. We're talking everything under the sun. Everything under the sun. And I'm tired of going through these historical events. We're going to talk again on another episode about Donald J. Trump getting shot in the fucking ear. And just, unless you've been bullied, you just won't empathize with what this guy goes through. People fucking hate him so much. And it's just giving middle school. It really, truly is giving middle school. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be jumping on here once or twice a week. We're going to dish. But if you want to get content from me every single day, find me on Spotify, The Daily Dish, dropping eps, fucking left and right. But I'll also be here. And TikTok. So don't forget TikTok too. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next Daily Date.